Hello, greeting everyone. My name is Messi Grace Anak Robert Asan. I will talk about introductions of excavations for our project. Excavation is the process of moving earth, rock or other materials with tools, equipment or explosive. As for information, construction is one of the most common applications for excavation and it used to create a building foundations, reservoir and road. It can be done either on small site or larger scale site. If for small scale, it can be conducted by manual using tools such as shovel and wheelbarrow. But for larger scale, it will involve heavy machinery such as bulldozer and backcutters. Besides that, there are many types of excavation such as topsoil excavation, earth excavation, rock excavation, and unclassified excavation. Furthermore, there are many potential hazards when working in excavations, and probably the most common hazard at any work site is the threat of cave-in. It occurs when walls of excavation collapse and can be deadly. For another reason, when undisturbed soil is kept placed by natural horizontal and vertical forces of the nearby soil. When dig in the earth, these natural forces are no longer able to hold back the soil left behind. Unfortunately, another hazard need to be considered include accidental contact with utility lines, crushing and striking hazard posed by mechanized equipment, and hazardous atmosphere. The work should be carefully planned and carried out. Make sure that equipment and material needed are available on site before work starts. Ensure the work is directed by a competent supervisor and the work are inspected daily by someone who understands the risks and precautions to be taken. Any inspection should be documented.
Hello everyone, my name is Muhammad Rushdi Azmi and I will explain about the flowchart of excavation activities. So the first one will be site investigation and identify the soil. So this is to do a preliminary test for the soil to identify soil profile to accommodate with good material and design for structure. Next, we identify the utilities on the site. In order to avoid something that utility structures such as electrical cable, to avoid from a problem from public needs. Next, we do soil testing and determine the factor of safety of the soil. This is related to the soil testing before, and so the type of soil profile will determine the factor of safety for the structure. And the next is determine the factor of environment on existing building and excavation start. This is to make sure that no structure or obstacle exists on the surrounding site to avoid damage and pollution on the site. During the installation of pile, they implement the osha for the safety during pile installation. OSha stands for Occupational Safety and Health in Construction Management. It mainly for the control safety for noise exposure, and if the noise exposure exceeds 85 decibels, the safety officer needs to report about the impact to the consultant, and consultant will give a comment to the contractor to solve the problems. And finally, after the installation of the sheet pile, they will do a control groundwater table by checking the water level. This is to avoid the too much moisture content that will make the soil fail to support the structure load after the excavation. Mostly they will done this by installing the drainage system to control groundwater table. and after that the activities of excavation is done, and they can proceed to the next step for building the superstructure. Thank you very much.
I am Iskandar bin Abdul Rahim will explain about methodology. In methodology, there are two types risk assessment, that is quantitative and qualitative risk assessment. In excavation work and the site construction, there are many hazards that can harm to other workers and other people. Therefore, there are few steps that need considered for conduct the risk assessment. First step in risk assessment is to identify the hazard. There are several methods to identify hazard is, firstly, physical inspection to the workers and access where someone could get injured by excavation work. Second is task analysis like using job safety analysis JSA or task analysis TS to do this analysis. The next is hazard and operability analysis, that is HAZOP. The second step in risk assessment is to assess the risk, where the safety officer must decide is where the reasonable, practicable or risk is to happen to the worker. Besides, the safety officer need to eliminate the hazard or risk and find a suitable solution or minimize the risk to the workers. After the assess risk is done, all the data finding about hazard that can harm to the workers and decide suitable solution, then this data is need to record. The fourth step is to control the risk. Control risk can be ranked from the highest level to the lowest level. This rank is known as a hierarchy of the control or hierarchy table. Hierarchy of control, or using the hierarchy table, can be identified the hazard whether it higher or lowest. The last step is review control. Review control on the site construction make sure they are still effective in controlling of the risk from various hazards that already identified. The common review method is worker inspection, testing and analyze if necessary. If the problem are found, the first step in risk assessment need to be repeated and review the information for further decision about the risk assessment.
Hello, my name is Nurul Syafiqah binti Maznan. Okay, now I will explain about hierarchy table. So hierarchy table is to analyze the work risks that happen in work. There are three categories for the hierarchy. There are high, medium and low. So for the high one, we need to prioritize the work. We need to keep on monitoring to prevent the hazard happen in construction. And for the medium and low, we can keep on monitoring the work to prevent them from becoming the high risk. So there is 10 work activity that involved in excavation work. I will tell you about the work activity and the average risk. Okay, for the first one is excavator unloading risk. The risk is medium, and the second one is excavator and case. Prepare base for the site and office container, diesel tank and store. The risk is medium. And the next one is excavator drainage. The risk is medium and high. Handling tool. The risk is medium. Operation the excavator to excavating. Risk is medium. Handling or drive the vehicle. Risk is medium. Working under hot weather. There's high risk because it involves the worker, where we need the worker to keep on working under hot weather. The risk is high. This is because we need the workers to proceed the construction work. The next one is performance of the work with excavator. The risk is medium. And lastly is crushing the hard soil or rock. The risk is medium. And that's all for me. Thank you.
Hi, my name is Egida Runedang. I will explain on discussion about hierarchy table. work classified to identify the hazard, which is safety hazard and health hazard. Based on study from direct labor, the most critical hazard for safety hazard is get struck by collapse object or slump from excavate, drainage or trench activity, which is the highest number for this risk is 20, and the hazard can cause fatality or permanent disability or irreversible illness. Meanwhile, for the health hazard, the most critical hazard to be identified is temperature extreme, which is working under hot weather activity. This high number of risk is 15, and the risk can cause heat rashes, heat exhausted, heat stroke, and heat cramps. The recommendation used to control this both hazard is using hierarchy control, which is elimination, substitution, isolation, engineering control, administration control, and PPE, personal protective equipment. For critical safety hazard, the hierarchy control for number 1, elimination, number 2, substitution, and number 3, isolation, the measure control is not applicable. Meanwhile, for engineering control, the control measure is give barrier and redesign job or work process. Then for administration control, the employee should brief before starting work, job rotation, provide supervision or training, or housekeeping, repair and maintenance program. And for PPE, the employer should provide safety helmet for workers. Meanwhile, the hierarchy control for critical health hazard, the control measure for eliminate and substitution were not applicable. Then for isolation, the control measure is isolate other workers, which is only person that involved with excavation work are needed in the area. For engineering control, the employer should provide the temporary resting place for the workers to get a rest. And then for administration control, the employer should brief before start any work or do a turbo talk, and then a job rotation, safety work procedure or put warning, then provide supervision or training toward workers. Then lastly, for PPE, that is personal protective equipment, the employer should provide safety helmet and wear light clothes, which means the workers need to use this PPE to avoid the heat directly exposed